Good morning, Miss Uma. How are you? You want to go outside? Come on, let's go. How's it going, guys? We are prepping to go south for the winter. It's cold. Holy cow, I've had the heat on for the last 4 or 5 nights. Even where I am right now, they're calling for snow on the weekend. Yuck. So, yeah, we are just trying to figure our stuff out and get everything organized. Health insurance, medication, all that fun stuff. Got to go through the van and see what I have, see what I don't have. The wind here has been crazy the last couple days too. Come here, But yeah, moved a little bit. I'm still on Lake Revelstoke, but at a different spot. Oma, what you doing? So yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Uma in for surgery. Might have to get it done in the States, unfortunately, but yeah, they were booking for November by the time I got back to BC from Ontario. And yeah, I'm definitely not hanging around that long. Usually I've left already. It came up in my memories on Facebook that that I've left already. So yeah, I'm trying to hold out for another week just so that I can have a little leeway for coming back in the spring. And it's always too cold when I come back in the beginning of April, where mid-April or late April might be a little bit better. So I'm hoping. And then the leak on the van, I don't know. I couldn't figure that one out. It's just too damn cold. Like I said, I'm going to take it to Edge Van Works in Livermore, California, and get the batteries done and so on. Oh yeah, that's another thing, my battery. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I'm going to get them to maybe reseal the skylight. I don't know where else it's leaking from. I went up on the roof and looked, didn't see anything that stuck out. So it is what it is. But anyway, my batteries, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I woke up and one of my batteries was shut down. So I don't know if it was, if the heater inside the battery isn't working and it shut it off because it was too cold or what. But yeah, now it's only showing that it's charging to like 60%, but it looks like it's at 100% according to the cell values. So yeah, it's a good time that I'm getting my batteries changed in a couple weeks. Oh, never-ending problems in the van. I guess it's just like owning a house, right? Where you just always have things to fix and things to do. But it is what it is. But yeah, looking forward to getting some stuff done to the van, getting those new batteries. Apparently, everybody loves those batteries. They last way longer than the crappy KS2 batteries that we have in there. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that and not relying on my. I use my Blue Eddy a lot. I rely on it a lot for using my air fryer and other high-powered equipment. Just because I don't want to drain my van batteries because they just drop so quickly. You know, I'm always at like, I don't know, 72% in the morning or whatever. I'm not using a lot of power. I'm not using stuff. I don't think I should be that low. So anyway, we'll figure that out when we get to California. But yeah, from all the posts that I've seen, everybody's getting way better power lasting. Like they were saying that some people can run their rooftop air conditioner all night long. And yeah, so I might go from, so the two batteries are underneath the van in metal boxes, and those batteries fit right in the metal boxes. But I'm thinking of getting a third battery to go in the cabinet because I had to move the inverter up to the upper shelf and see if I can fit a third battery in there and have 900 amp hours of power, which would be awesome. The more power, the better. Like I said, I could always use more power. It's nice not to rely on the Blue Eddy. if I don't have to use that thing, I might just have a smaller battery pack to travel with me instead of that, because it takes up a lot of room. Room's always tight in that thing. I have no idea how two people do a van, to be honest. Because, yeah, I got all the cupboards filled myself. I couldn't imagine having another person's clothing and luggage and just stuff in there. Crazy. But, yeah, let's, what you doing, Uma? You just pacing around the van? Girl. So yeah, the battery issue. Let me close this first. Battery issue. See? They're both showing the same values at 13.1 volts, but one's at like, what, less than 50%, and the other one's almost full. So yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on. It's frustrating, but at least I know I'm getting new batteries in a couple weeks. I'm not as sad about it as I should be. But yeah, we're just gonna go through the van today and purge stuff, and like I gotta find all my U.S. cash and all this junk that's in here. Yeah, I gotta find all my U.S. stuff. My benefits from Chrysler, where I used to work, apparently cover me for 191 days out of the province for travel insurance. So I got to call them just to verify that for sure. I'm not going to head south without travel insurance, obviously. Friends had problems with that last year, that they thought they had travel insurance, but it was null and void for some reason, and yeah, they got some hefty bills. Oops. But yeah, let's get to this and get stuff organized. Alright, so almost immediately, first cupboard I go into, I felt moisture on the bottom. I don't know what's going on, but frustrating. I don't know where that's coming from. But it's wet. What the heck? It looks like it's dribbling in from over here somewhere. I don't know what's going on. I don't think it's the shower drain. I haven't had a shower, obviously. You can tell with the scruff I have on. I've just been having good old van life sponge baths. Yeah, I don't know where that water could be leaking from. Oh, more problems, more leaks. I don't know, do I have anything liquid in here? It's spilt out? No, doesn't look like there's anything in there. I don't see any water. I don't know. Where else could water be coming from? I hope it's not leaking out of my hot water heater or something. Yay! Van issues, never ends. So I had to move for a few minutes just to make some phone calls. It's so windy here that I was parked in the trees, as you saw earlier. But it's just really spotty for getting Starlink, just because of you're in that narrow area with trees on both sides. So I pulled out here for a little bit. It was, I think, 7 degrees it said on my temperature gauge on the van. And when I looked on the weather for the weekend, it's going to be like -6 one day, I think it said, and snow. -5 another day. I'm only like half an hour north of Revelstoke, and it's only going down to 0 overnight down there. I didn't think I was that much a higher elevation or whatever, but that's just bizarre that it's that much of a difference temperature. Yeah, -5, -6, my water would not do well in those temperatures, that's for sure. -1 overnight, yeah, I can handle. I could probably even do -2 overnight. But I've had a couple incidents in the States where I've basically froze everything. Thank goodness there's PEX tubing on this, and it hasn't split any lines or broken anything when I have froze. But I just don't want to keep doing that as things are getting older and brittler. like me, that I don't want to mess with the plumbing, obviously, and I don't want to blow my plumbing. I'm sure that would be a really expensive fix. But yeah, I'm just here to make some phone calls, and then I'm moving back into the the comfort of the forest. It's better over there, and then we'll go for a W after that. Would you like that? Okay, we'll do that. That's another thing I forgot to mention was frickin' Canada Post. They screwed me on this one. So I had to apply for my driver's license and health card because it was going to expire February 1st of 2026. And so I got my temporary license, and they were going to send me my new license and health card in 3 or 4 weeks. But Canada Post is on strike. So now I got to go down to the States with my temporary driver's license and health card. And I guess I'm going to have to get my daughter to mail me my license. What a pain in the butt. Frickin' Canada Post is just screwing around left, right, and center. Anyhow, I'm not going to get into it. Damn unions. I used to be part of a union, or I guess I still am part of a union. But yeah, that really sucks. I even went to the office to see if they could do anything about it, if I could get it couriered to my daughter's house or something. But no, can't do anything about it. So yeah, heading to the States without a driver's license. Nice. That's a smart thing to do, isn't it? Nah. Well, you ready to head south for the winter, Uma? Time to go hang out in the dirt and cactuses. No grass for you to eat. All right, well, I did all my phone calls. Yeah, Green Shield is good for, I think she said 212 days out of the country. So bonus. Don't have to have any extra health insurance for heading south, which is great. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. I'm going to leave you guys with taking Uma for a walk, and we'll see you guys in the States next week. Take care, guys. Bye.